Hi, Zizaran here with another video, and today we're going to cover Blight and make sure we have an up-to-date video on that. So for those of you that really want to engage with the Blight mechanic and make a lot of currency with that, this is for you. We're going to talk about how we get Blight maps, etc., and how to complete them. Now, I want to show you how to get Blight maps as well, and a really good strategy for that. So, obviously, there are loads of skill points for Blight, particularly, let's see, if we search here, there are some down here. These are kind of whatever. I usually don't take these. These are really good. I usually take both of these. You don't need this one if you have 7th gate, but the 50% reduced cost is good. You can also just use scarabs instead of that. Some of the filler nodes are really good. The chance for it to be lucky or additional reward is very worth it. And there are really good nodes up here that give an oil extractor. And when you combine that with this one, it'll drop anointed jewelry, either rings or amulets. And let's say something has 2 gold oils as an anoint, or 3 gold oils as an anoint, you're guaranteed to get a gold oil with the extractor. So very, very good and worth keeping. Now, to get Blight maps, Carcass is the way to go. Any map that is like really, really tight and close together, we'll show you now. So here we have Blight. This isn't like the best position. It can spawn in even tighter corridors, so I wouldn't be surprised if this doesn't go super well. But very often when you're doing Carcass, instead of just saying 2, I had one yesterday that said 8, and I think the most I've had is 12 or 14. And they've changed Blight pretty recently, where you will always get 1 Blight reward. Now, another thing worth noting is the in-Blights can be kind of hard, and you will need like... I think this is the hardest for your build. Because sometimes you'll get, especially in maps like Dunes, it'll be spread out. There will be 8 different lanes. And if there's a lot of bosses, you might not actually have enough damage. And you're probably not rolling your maps with Blight in mind. So if you have 2 or 3 damage reduction mods, it can actually be really hard to complete them. So that's another nice thing here about having like potentially only 1 lane. Because if I put a ice tower and a stun tower, nothing's going to get past that. Now we're here at the end with the reward, and you can see like this entire lane turned into Blight maps, or Blight oils. So whenever that is 8, and especially if you spiked into it, you're getting a lot of Blight maps. Oh! Ooh, very cool. That's my first one. Oh, I should wait till stream to open that. Oh, that's rough. Oh, my chest is a gambler and a degenerate. Oh, man. Okay, right. Focus. Now, I was helping Steel Mage farm Blight maps yesterday, so I don't actually have any Blight maps left. Except for this one, which is a low tier. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually not going to use my build a lot, because this strategy is meant to work in like tier 16s, and I've got a lot of positive feedback from people that had struggles with Blight. This entire video concept is actually requested by you guys because I hadn't thought about making it. But the biggest thing here is anointing it with 3 orange oils, and ideally, and if you can't do this step, there will be a bigger chance of you failing the Blight. But particularly that anoint on your ring is super strong. Now, this is a little bit more expensive. I don't know software prices, but a silver oil and an opalescent gives you this. And as far as I remember, unless they've changed it, this bypasses the cold immunity. And we'll talk about that when we get in the Blight map. This one is very cheap. It's 1 violet and 1 purple. Or indigo? Yeah, violet and indigo. And it leaves a burning ground. So between those 2 anoints, you will never have as easy... Blight maps. Now you can roll them, so if I chisel them and elk them like this, they will drop more stuff. So that can be really good. Damage mods aren't that bad because they're not going to hit you a lot, especially on softcore. I would definitely not worry about damage mods. I would worry about like a lot of tank mods and stuff. Now the towers are mostly going to scale to the same level, so it's not going to really matter that I'm a low map because I'm not really going to be attacking myself. This is a very good layout as well. And I will say, there can be RNG where you could just get entirely screwed and get no towers around the pump. And that is very important, because if I, let's say that I don't want to defend this area. So I build towers here thinking the towers will take care of things for me. If I go back up here, this is more than a screen and a half away, those towers will stop attacking. So that sucks. So what I'm looking for is things pretty close to the pump. So like this would probably be the furthest away, and that'll probably keep attacking while I'm here. So what I'll do here is I'll do a seismic here and a freeze tower here. Now, there's nothing super interesting about the pump locations right now. This is sort of just like, I'll do something to start with, but you can see that they're super cheap to upgrade, and that is because of the 3 orange oils. Now I'm going to upgrade everything here to level 3, and I'm going to upgrade the meteor to level 4. So why am I not upgrading these to level 4? That's because they lose their previous ability at level 4, so these towers are actually better at level 3 than level 4. Sometimes in a panic, you can build a glacial cage towers if you have freeze immune or stun immune towers, and the bosses are starting to get through. I generally find that I don't need to do that. Move up here. Now this is a lot better. So let's see, will that go through? So there's a little bit of line of sight, so it's a little unfortunate positions, but we'll try anyway. So I really do want an empowering totem, but I don't know if that's gonna hit all of them. So you can see now, like, this is just taking that out. The meteor's doing good work. Now the meteor will be a lot better when things are slowed because it has a drop time. So once the meteor focuses that, they will all die. My summons don't really do anything, like I'm an SRS build, so I can remove the carrying golem and the animate. Don't want to remove my specters. They're a pain. Right, so this lane is super free. You can see by the bottom that they are being affected by the buff tower. So that's pretty good. Now I'm going to build a few meteor towers here. Maybe we'll leak some on the bottom part while we're up here building. That is the problem. But okay, it didn't. We're good. Let's see, we can build a chill tower here. We can build an empowering totem.
The blight is trying to spread.
And then we're gonna build more meteors. And honestly, like, you should expect that you will be attacking with your own build. I'm just doing this to prove a point. And I might have to attack the right side because of our tower location. But it's like, ideally I don't want to attack at all. Especially because, like, it's a low level map, so I will shred. But the totems generally scale with the map, so they'll be really efficient in tier 16s too. Like, it's not like they're amazing in tier 1s and do nothing in tier 16s. I've also done Blight Ravish maps with this strategy. Let's see. So now we can do one there,
Branching exile.
and we can do one empowering totem there. So I find that as long as the seismic has an empowering totem on it, it permastuns even with just one. And then the chill tower really helps when there's any stun immunes. So these are immunes. I remember at the start of Blight, people were like, so is this, they take more damage or they're immune? And yeah, that is the fact. Resistance or immunity. They're not always fully immune. But now I can literally go AFK here in the middle. And that's because if I go way over here now, we're probably gonna see, like, it's not that important if I finish this. We're probably gonna see some leakage from top left. And that's because those towers that are up here now are no longer working. So if I start moving top left now, we'll probably see a bunch of red dots and that they disappear as soon as I come close. Oh, they haven't even moved that way yet. Either way, that's like kind of the concept, is that the towers are generally not attacking in range. So if you've ever wondered, like, you've built towers down there. Actually, let's do that. Let's build some towers down here. If you've ever built something like towers down here and been wondering, like, why nothing really happens, that's why. Like, generally they will be inactive. So this strategy works for Blights really well. The number one thing that will suck is if you do get a lot of cold and ice towers, then you're gonna have to rely more on your build. And there's not that many backup towers that are really worth it. Spamming scout towers, the minion one, is an okay backup option. Like, let's say there was 5 freeze immune, 5 stun immune, and no minion immune. Maybe I will just do the scout towers. However, this is not particularly good in the Blight Ravish maps because they aren't that strong there. And the ice tower is always good. I'm 90% sure that bypasses the immunity, but we have none here. But you can see, like, I haven't attacked this entire map. I can virtually go AFK. So that trifecta of a chill, a stun, and an empowering totem to level 3 really takes out everything. And then yeah, just meteor towers are generally there just to clear and especially do bosses. Think like they kill a boss in like 5 or 10 hits, something like that. It's quite fast. And obviously if you're attacking at the same time, you see, like, we'll just clear everything out really fast, right? Because you can still attack yourself. So keep that in mind, and hopefully this helps you make a lot of currency. There are a lot of things that are good from Blight. I particularly like these. I don't think it's called Spore Guard. Breath Stealer? Maybe they're called Breath Stealer. They're basically a mini headhunter glove, but they only work while standing still. This is really good for our ultimatum mains. So once a lane is grayed out, that means you know it's over. Even if there's still monsters coming from that lane, if it's grayed out, that's all you need to do. So you just need to look at the color of the lane. Gray equals good. Now, once you get more confident, there are other oils you can do, like teal, and I think Azure was quite good. I know Crimson's quite good, and that'll make it more rewarding. But especially with 3 orange, incredibly easy, and it should be pretty straightforward. Now, on Blight Ravage maps, you can anoint them 3 times. So if it's your first Blight Ravage map, and you don't know how difficult it's going to be, you can do the 3 first oils. So like 9. And that'll do increased tower damage, it'll do reduced tower cost, and reduced speed of the enemies. So that makes it incredibly easy, and it should be pretty doable on most builds because you can do so much with just the towers. Again, like Blight Ravage maps is where you will really notice if there are a lot of immunities, because the bosses might just walk straight in. They have a lot of HP. If you're looking for a build that's particularly good at this, Detonate Dead is insane because it scales off the monster's HP. So if you detonate a boss, you obliterate everything else there. Blight is also a pretty good source of things like Divine Orbs, and it's just generally pretty rewarding and a good way to make currency, especially early in a league. So for those Blight enjoyers out there, I hope this video helps you. Thanks for watching. Sub if you like it, but more importantly, try to die less than I do.